must be 3:30. So good afternoon to everyone who are joining us from Nepal. I am Usha Shakya. I am the marketing manager of Biz Education UK and also the host for today's webinar. Today's webinar will be focused on providing all the students who wishes to join Liverpool John Moores University. We try to provide as much information as possible, and for that we are very thankful for the regional manager of South Asia, Mr. Sailendra ji, for joining us today. So welcome, Sailendra ji, again.
Thank you very much, Usha.
We also have few of our biz team, and we are very thankful for two students who are currently students in the UK for joining us, Ishan and Sunita. So welcome, Ishan and Sunita.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
So before beginning, I'll just give a quick format of how today's webinar will look like. We will start with a short presentation by Sailendra ji. During this presentation, I would advise all the students to write in your questions if you have any queries regarding the university, and all these questions will be answered after the presentation in the question answer session. After the question answer session, we have a session with our current students in the UK, Sunita and Ishan, who will be sharing us their experiences being a student in UK. So without any hesitation, you can ask them any questions, any queries that you have. And in the end, we'll have some closing remarks. So without wasting any further time, I would like to request Sailendra ji to share your presentation or take the mic.
Thank you very much, Usha, and hello Hari, hello everyone.
Hello,
and thanks for hosting me today. So it's been a great. It's been quite a challenging time for every one of us. But I think we have adapted very well to the changes, by online webinars and online stuff. And I hope everybody, to start with, I hope everybody's safe and doing well wherever you are. Okay. So what will we do is, I will not waste much of your time into going to a long, hour-long presentations and all. Okay. So especially for the BIS team and the new students coming in, we will do a very short PowerPoint presentation on the university. Basically, highlights of the university, some popular courses. We look at entry requirements, scholarships, and all. Okay, and then it will be more of a, let's have an interactive session. So any new students coming in, or this stuff, you have any doubts you want to clarify for your students, will have an update. But to start with, before I start, I need to advise that, I think Hari, you might be aware that the scenario, I mean, over the next week or 10 days, I think the UK is slowly coming out of lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think no country can afford lockdown for months together. I think it's the same with India, Nepal, or UK as well. As from the university point of view, basically one clear aspect is we will be our September 2020 intake is running as per schedule. There's absolutely no change of cancelling the schedule or postpone. There are a lot of rumors popping up. Some universities have cancelled the schedule, some universities have postponed it, some universities have done it online, everything. At the moment, I'm saying September 26th is the start date for all your students, and with the latest extended start date until the 8th of October. So this is the situation. All the courses are open. This is the situation as on date. So the situation might change depending on the scenario. Okay. And also, I need to advise that for your team, this team especially, that we ask for £4,000 deposit. But because I understand many students, the banks are not working, or it's not possible for students to arrange £4,000. So we are also happy to secure the student's place by paying a minimum amount of £500 or £1,000 also.
Okay, that's good.
So Hari, let's not force any student that they have to pay at any cost. They have to pay £4,000 but let them pay £1,000. We can secure the guarantee their place by paying £1,000. But please understand, they have to pay the remaining £3,000 for the cash issuance.
Yeah.
That can be that they can do it anywhere. They can do it in June, July, whenever the the breakdown lifts, and they're happy to do it. Okay, this is what we've been helping the students, and don't believe in any other rumors. Some students are calling and say, sir, I got a mail that even without submitting my academic documents, I'm being given an offer. That they're removing the IELTS conditions. They're removing universities are not asking LORs and all. I don't know about other universities, but Liverpool wise, we'll be asking the documents, but we will give the time for the student.
Yeah.
Okay. So by student, if he has a conditional offer, and if he's having a condition on LORs or SOP or any paper documentation, you can very well ask him to pay £1,000 deposit.
Okay.
Okay. And also coming, I'll show you the next presentation. Coming to the English requirements as well, we have now started accepting many other requirements as well. We started accepting Duolingo. So Hari, you have been using Usha, the Duolingo test? The Duolingo is an English language test.
Yeah, we are like now starting now, because a few universities give us a green light now, because before lots of universities they're not accepting, so we not take that one. But now because of current scenario, lots of university accepting that one, so we are taking that one as well.
Excellent. So I found the Duolingo to be very, very easy. In fact, I think it's quite very easy than IELTS. So let's encourage the students for different scenarios.
Yeah.
So we, as a university, we are helping everything we can. Just yesterday, I got a mail from one of the students saying that, sir, I got a news that Liverpool has gone into bankruptcy. UK is gone into it has gone bankrupt. So I said, as a student, you get the COVID scenario has also spread a lot of rumors also.
Yeah.
Of course, there are a lot of hardship from students, but I don't think the situation will come. Okay. So let me open the presentation. Just give me a sec, please. Okay. So I think everybody can see my screen, hopefully. And I think everybody is audible. As Usha saying, let's continue. This is not a long presentation, a short presentation. And any doubts you students or anybody have, you have always the chat functionality to put in any doubts. Okay. So as you can see, I think many of you might have visited Liverpool, but if you haven't visited Liverpool, I would encourage you to visit. It's a beautiful city to live and stay. This is the waterfront of Liverpool. From the other side of the Mersey River, this is what the Liverpool looks like. Okay. We'll have a short agenda this morning about Liverpool, about the university, faculties, the programs, everything. First is, why is LGMU popular? It's a popular university because of a huge portfolio of programs. Liverpool is a popular student destination. We do a lot of 2 years programs in engineering and business. We do IELTS. In some cases, we do IELTS waivers. We have 48 hours offer processing times. We have a decent number of scholarships and a response from the team. So this is some of the reasons why Liverpool is very popular, and we are very, very popular university in Nepal as well. We get a lot of students for our public health, for pharmacy, for engineering programs. So those of you who are not aware, this is a map of UK, and this is where Liverpool is. Liverpool is exactly 2 hours and 30 minutes from London City. Okay, so that is where Liverpool is. Coming to city of Liverpool, I know Hari, you love Preston a lot. But see, basically Liverpool, it is a metro city. So it is the 5th largest UK city, and it is the 2nd largest student city in the UK.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why many students love to come to Liverpool, because it's just like a big city. It's like Kathmandu, or it's like Mumbai. It's a big city. So because it's a big city, number one, the part-time jobs are quite the part-time jobs are quite high. Okay. Number two is the cost of living is very, very cheap. Okay. And it's a very, very safe city. And this is what South Asian students want. They want part-time jobs. They want affordable accommodation and living conditions. And Liverpool satisfy both. That's the reason why it is the 2nd largest student city after London. Not many might be aware. But why would students want to come to Liverpool without anything in it? So there is something in for the students. So do promote this. So this is not what I'm saying. This is the official government saying that Liverpool is the second largest student city in the UK. Okay. These are some of the maps, some of the photos of Liverpool. Liverpool again is very popular for a football club. Preston, the Everton Football Club, and the Liverpool Football Club. Right, and these are again some of the cathedrals. Lovely city. Now coming to the university, I'll do a very brief presentation. I think 4 to 5 slides. Liverpool, we are the 10th largest UK university. And coming to rankings, I'm not sure how many Nepali students will ask for specific rankings. Out of 148 universities in the UK, we are a 49th ranked university in 2020. Sometimes we are 52nd, sometimes we are 32nd. I think 2018 we were 32nd ranked. So ranking keeps on changing. There's nothing official about it. But for your understanding, according to Times Higher Education and the Guardian League tables, which are the two very popular mediums for rankings, we are the 49th ranked university and under 400 universities in the world. So we are a middle high ranked university. But if you look at some of the subject rankings, we are again very popular in subject ranking. For example, our School of Sport and Exercise Science is the 9th best department in the world. So any physiotherapy students, for example, the best department. Our School of Art and Design for architecture, fashion, those areas, we are the 10th best. Liverpool Business School of Business is the 11th best in the UK. Our built environment, where we do our construction, civil, those areas, is 16th best. The general engineering, we are the 20th best. And pharmacy and pharmacology, which has got a huge demand in Nepal for pharmacy-based students in biosciences, we are the 20th best in the UK. This is the 2020 rankings. This ranking may keep on changing as the years go. Okay, right. So coming to the faculties, we have 5 different faculties. As I said, art, professional, social studies, education, health and community, faculty of engineering and technology, which is the biggest faculty, faculty of science and business. Okay, so what I'll do is every faculty, guys, is subdivided into departments. Okay, so I will just give a brief about the popular courses in each faculty. For example, faculty of science is divided into 3 departments. I've listed 2 departments here. Department of Pharmacy and Biomedical Sciences, which is very popular amongst Nepali students, and Department of Sport and Exercise Science. So Usha, I want to ask you, do you get a lot of students for pharmacy, for biotechnology students?
Pharmacy student, I think
biosciences.
Yeah, we got you got lots of students for biomedical sciences, and now we are getting application for the pharmacology as well.
Yes. So what I'm saying, Hari and Ursha, is number 1, if you see the first course, MSc Cosmetic Science, we are one of the only UK universities to do MSc Cosmetic Science course. This is specifically for biomedical students or bioscience students. So this is such a popular course that it has got 3 months placements in the industry in Unilever. So students are placed for 3 months in Unilever, wherein where it all works as a cosmetic science. It's about skin, about perfumery, those areas, and this has got a lot of demand in the UK because there's no specific cosmetic science students. So any bioscience students you have, I would recommend him to recommend you guys to promote the cosmetic science. So Hari, other like biomedical science and industrial biotechnology are very common courses. So we do other courses also. So I would say Liverpool, our School of Pharmacy, the specific courses are MSc Cosmetic Science and MSc Forensic Bioscience. These are very popular. Alternatively, you can do MSc Biomedical Science, and you can also apply for industrial biotechnology. And as for pharmacy students, we have a very specialistic courses in drug design and discovery and pharmaceutical analysis. And these are very and I think in the present, with the COVID scenario going on, MSc Drug Design and Discovery, I think this is one of the most sought after programs, which has got a huge implication over the years. So lots of companies will invest in drug design, drug discovery, new drugs, those areas. Okay. So this is one particular course. Okay. So this is for your understanding. Any bioscience students, biomedical students, biotechnology, pharmacy, please promote them. Next is, this is specifically for physiotherapy students. I understand there may be very few, but if you have any physiotherapy students, our department of sport and exercise science is the 9th best department, not 6th, 9th best department in the world. So it is more than the Oxford and Cambridge. It's a very, very high department. And our course specifically deals with physiotherapy of sport and exercise science, sport, clinical biomechanics. So, but this requires little higher entry requirements. So any physiotherapy students you have, please promote them. Okay. The most popular Liverpool Business School, which is hugely popular, which is hugely popular in Nepal, in the UK. We do many programs in business management at undergraduate level, at the postgraduate level. Okay. But the best thing what we do is, so basically, and best thing what we also do is, we do courses. These are the 5 different courses. What we do, courses in all the 5 programs, guys, comes with an advanced practice module. So advanced practice something, but it comes with a practice module, a project or internship module incorporated within the program. Okay. So all the 5 programs are 2 years modules. Okay, just for your understanding. Then our School of Law, we have LLM, International Business, Legal Practice, and Masters of Law. Again, these are 1-year programs, and again, these are again popular for law students. And Faculty of Engineering and Technology, again, this is a very, very popular. Engineering sciences are very popular everywhere, with Nepal, India, UK. And we are very, as I said, we are the 18th ranked university in general engineering. So our department, the whole department of engineering is a highly ranked department. Within the department, our department of electrical and electronics engineering, these are the 5 courses what we have: MSc Wireless Communications, Embedded Systems, Sensors, Data and Management, and Power and Control Systems Engineering. All the 5 programs comes with an added placement. These are 2 years programs. Okay, this is specifically for electrical and electronic students. So I would suggest any electrical students, electronic students are there. Definitely, these are very, very specialistic electrical, electronic engineering programs. So have a look at it, especially the embedded systems, the wireless communications, the sensors data. It's a very, very, it's all about the IoT, Internet of Things, those areas. Our Department of Built Environment, again, a very popular department. Again, we do the 3 programs: MSc Construction Management, Real Estate and Quantity Surveying, which is again very, very popular for civil engineering students. These programs again are 24 months. Okay. So, and I'm sure not many UK universities have a 24 months program in construction, those areas. Only very few universities have. Okay. And the third popular department, Department of Computer Science, we do MSc Data Science, Software Engineering, and Cyber Security. And I think data science and cyber security has been our most important programs. I think with the present scenario, cyber security is a lot of demand. And MSc Data Science, we are bringing that into a 24 months program, which is validated hopefully in the mid of May. So I think data science also is very, very popular. So Usha, do you get students for data science? So what is your popular engineering courses students ask for?
See, we got lots of the application for computer science, information technology, data science, and now we're getting application for this wireless communication as well. And there are some application for, like civil engineers, they're willing to go for like this construction management or construction project management kind of course.
Because our department, the MSc Construction Management, again, is a very, very popular program for civil engineers.
And it's good for LGME, because other universities, they have only 1-year program as a construction project.
Yes. So it's a very, very, these are the popular programs. Yeah. We do other programs also, Hari. We do programs in little programs in mechanical, mathematics, those areas, but these are the popular programs which many students are asking.
Yeah.
Okay. So any students with electrical, electronics engineering, construction, civil engineering, computer science, please promote. I think these are the very, very popular programs. Yeah. Okay. Right. The second faculty of Arts, Professional Social Studies, again, is divided into Liverpool School of Art and Design, Liverpool Screen School, Liverpool School of Humanities and Social Science. Again, as I said, Liverpool School of Art and Design, we are the 11th best department in the UK, and it's a very, very popular department. The AMAC Architecture, Fashion Innovation, Graphic Design, these are very, very popular programs. All the programs are 1 year. They are 12 months programs. We don't have a 2 years program. Okay, this for your understanding. Then again, health. I think there's a huge demand for health. We get a lot of students from Nepal, especially for health-based courses, or public health, for nursing and psychology. So these are the programs we do in public health, international public health nutrition, and MSc public health, and nursing. And I think in this particular courses, apart from public health, we are seeing a lot of interest for MSc advanced healthcare practice. This is especially for healthcare professionals, and MSc paramedics. I think these two have been a very, very popular programs of choice among health-based students.
And
so any doctors.
Sorry. What's the requirement for advanced healthcare practice?
See, normally we would take health-based students from nursing, students from public health, doctors, dentists. Normally they need to have a higher second class in their undergraduate.
And what about the English language requirement?
Normally for again, depends from student country to country, Havi. For Nepali students, we'll ask for IELTS of 6.0 or equivalent.
Okay. That's
okay. So then this is the School of Psychology, which is again, it's a very, very different school. Not many students apply, but they're very niche courses. Okay. So one positive thing with the university is we are very, very fast. So you make an application. For standard applications, you get an offer in 48 hours. Student submits any offers, any conditions of the offer, he gets an unconditional offer. He accepts the offer, pays a deposit, he gets the cash. It's a very, very simple process. We don't have any pre-CAS interviews, post-CAS interviews, or any financial documents you have to submit, nothing at all. Okay. So it's a very, very fast process. And very important is, especially for Nepali students, is please ask your students to confirm their accommodation before traveling to the UK. We don't want any students knocking our accommodation office in the middle of the night saying that please give me accommodation. So I would want to request a special request, because last year in September, we had almost like 5 Nepali students who walked into our office and said, we haven't booked the accommodation, please help us now. So I would request, once the student gets the visa, please book your accommodation, whether it's university accommodation or private accommodation, whatever it is. Please book, because Liverpool has got many private accommodations also. So please book your accommodation before traveling to the UK. Okay, all the details of accommodation is in our website. Okay, so this is a brief about the university rankings, the popular courses, everything. I'll give, there's just 1 to 2 slides about the scholarships. So we give decent scholarships for students. Okay, our first scholarship is the Achievement Scholarship, which is a £3,000 guaranteed tuition fee reduction for every student who gets an offer. So any student gets an offer from us, he is by default will get a £3,000 scholarship. Okay, this is for postgrad students, and undergrad students, he will get a £3,000 scholarship for the first year and 1,000 every year. So these are the 2 very important scholarships which are presently running. We also had one more £3,000 scholarship which ended on the 3rd of May, and we had a huge number of applications from Nepal for this scholarship. I think we had some 160 applications from Nepal for the £3,000 postgraduate scholarships. I don't know if any of your students have applied, but by 12th of May, we will tell you the results of the other 3,000. So if a student gets the regional scholarship, basically he will get overall £6,000. Okay, so these are the scholarships what we have. Okay, so any doubts at the moment? Any doubts, guys, at the moment which you want to clarify? Anything and all?
Sorry, right. We used to have a full tuition fee scholarship for 2 students. Is that still available, or is?
No, so basically the scholarships, sorry, they keep changing from year to year. This year, instead of giving to few students, we have increased the students and decreased the scholarship.
Okay, that's fine.
So that even every student is. So now at the moment, till 3rd of May, we had £6,000 scholarships.
Yeah.
After 3rd of May, we have £3,000 scholarships.
That's for everyone, isn't it? And like, last intake, we have like a scholarship for the UJ student inside UK student. If they're willing to join Liverpool join, but they have a 50% reduction on the fee, isn't it?
No. Now this year we don't have any UK specific scholarships. So this is because now we are giving default. We increase the scholarship. We increase it to £3,000.
That's fine. It's fair enough for everyone, isn't it? So whoever join, they'll get the 3,000 scholarship.
Yeah. So I've got one little admission presentations. Hari, you wanted to show? That's especially for the biz staff. Actually, shall we do it later, or how do you want to do it?
We'll do later on that. We'll do the question, and then we'll do
that. I had one question. You said about the processing time of LJMA is quick, but I wanted to know, has COVID, the pandemic, has it been impacting on the processing of the application? Any delays or anything like that?
So Usha, as that's a good question, in fact. So as I can say, I'm talking to you today. So basically the university is fully functioning. So there's absolutely no change in our processing time. Still you're receiving offers in 48 hours, maybe in 72 hours. But I can confirm that everyone, the whole university is working from home, and honestly work from home is in fact is more for me than work from the university. So that is the problem.
And these courses that are not so famous, but still some students might be interested in art and design and sports and exercise science. Is there requirement for the international students, especially from Nepal, for arts and design?
Okay, so let me open. I'll tell you admission wise what is that we are asking a Nepali student. 1 second. Okay, so Usha, for getting onto our undergraduate study, a Nepali student should require a higher secondary certificate or standard 12th or Indian school certificate year 12 or all India senior school certificate or all Nepali senior school certificate with 60% as a requirement. Okay, so students need to have 60% in their standard 12th to get on to our undergraduate study. And to get on to our postgraduate study, holders of a 4 years bachelor's degree with a pass rate of 50% or 2.4 on 4 CGPA will be considered on to admission to our postgraduate courses.
Okay.
I understand there might be few students who also have a 3 years bachelor's degree, but for 3 years bachelor's degree, students need to have 55% and above to get on to the PGT courses.
Okay. Yeah. So that's good.
So basically,
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's good news for the students who have 3 years bachelor's degree. They'll accept like 55% of your 3 years bachelor's degree and plus IELTS 2.0, not less than 5%.
Yes. So if it's 3 years, we ask for a little higher requirement.
Yeah, 5% higher.
I would also request, advise to students, like this is the right opportunity to have your queries solved regarding anything that you have in your mind regarding the university. You can write, you can chat, send us a chat and we'll ask the question. So if you have any queries, please write in your questions.
You can ask our Nepal team as well if they have any queries regarding application or admissions. They can raise a question as well.
Yeah, if I may, I was just wondering, Mr. Salinda, thank you for your explanation. This might be also beneficial for the prospective students as well. The accommodation, like how far or like near is it from the university? Like how are they supposed to look for the accommodations and all that for
Okay.
UK?
That's again a very, very good question. And so it's very useful to have students, ex-students. So
Yeah.
basically, one positive thing is Liverpool John Moores University is a city-based university. So it is not something outskirts of city or somewhere far off. It is a city-based university. The campuses are spread within the city center, and the accommodations are just a walk across the road. So basically, once students gets an offer, he will know which campus he'll be studying. He or she will be studying. Basing on that, we have listing of accommodations as per the campus. For example, our engineering school is in the Byron Street campus. So just opposite the Byron Street campus, across the road is the Atlantic Point Accommodation Center. And that's the beauty of Liverpool. That is why many students want to study in Liverpool, because their study, their work, and their living is just around a 1 kilometer radius. So students can easily walk around. So they save a lot of money on accommodation costs. For example, some universities which are outskirts of the city, so students have to go travel every day for hours together and then come back again. And then go for work, they have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, take the train and
So,
the transportation cost. Yeah.
very, very easy. So it's a lot of walking and health benefits also to students. So it's a very, very, that is why students love it. They save a lot of money in travel. They save a lot of money. It's all walking.
Yeah, thank you for your answer. Yes.
And is there any options of foundation or pre-master's course?
Yes. So basically what we have is, we have for students who can't get onto the required academic percentage of 50 or this thing, we have foundation for UG students, which is a 1-year foundation. And then we have a pre-masters of 1.5 month, I think roughly for 6 weeks for PG students. So students can always choose which team. So we have an engineering pre-masters, we have a business pre-masters, we have a life sciences pre-masters. So student going into that particular whatever field. So students wants to do electrical engineering, he can go on to do an electrical engineering pre-masters. One positive thing is all our pre-masters are integrated CAS. It's one CAS. So there is no need for the student to apply for different classes. So basically, student applies and for the whole stretch of the course.
Yeah.
So for our 2 years programs, like say electrical engineering, the student will get a pre-CAS, and doing a pre-masters, he will get a 30 months CAS.
Yeah, that means like student no need to extend their visa in UK. They'll get the total visa from their home country. So that's the advantage for the university as well.
Yes.
Some other university, they have a different arrangement. Like they have a one CAS for pre-masters, and once they complete their course, they need to come here and extend the visa. Instead of in Liverpool, they have a one CAS. Okay, it's total duration of the CAS. So you don't have that burden to extend the visa inside UK.
Exactly. So that is one positive thing for students is even pre-sessional English. So we also have pre-sessional English for students who can't come on to can't have the required IELTS or required PSNs, whatever it is. They can do a 4-week, 6-week, 8-week, 12-week pre-session.
Yeah.
So 4-week pre-sessional is for a 0.5 band IELTS. 6-week is for I think one band and extra like that.
Yeah.
So students are opted doing a pre-masters, foundation, or pre-session.
Yeah.
And this year, because of pre-masters and now start in May, everything is online.
Yeah. And
So
I like to add one more thing regarding Liverpool John Moore University. For pre-sessional as well, you don't need the UK VI IELTS for Liverpool John Moore. They will accept normal IELTS for pre-sessional as well. So this is extra information for all the interested students willing to join the university. So you have only one CAS with the pre-sessional English to main course, and you don't need the UK VI IELTS. Okay, please make a note this one. The normal IELTS is all right. per pre-sessional course.
And one very important thing, Hariba, is at the peak time of September and all, I think Liverpool is very popular because we don't have any, our process is 48 hours cash issuance.
Yeah.
Compared to other universities, the interview dates, interview times or something, the cash issuance is almost 1 to 2 months.
Yeah.
And there are many, last time there are many agents of complaints saying that, many should pay the deposit, but they couldn't get the cash,
So
because the
means,
interview slots were done.
Yeah, that means we already start issuing cash then.
Yeah. So we issue cash 3 months prior.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, for getting a cash, there's no need for any interviews and all.
That's good. That's good.
So ideally, a student walking into your office on the 1st of October also, he can join the class by 10th of October.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm talking about a student walking into a Nepal office.
Yeah. Let's hope things go better. And so
it's a very fast process. Ours is very fast. And personally speaking, Liverpool is a big city to live and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have nothing to do against Preston, but Preston is a suburb of Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a city. Liverpool is a class as a city. It's a big city, historical city. You can say like, if you want to like a city life, there is no other option. And there are different between cities. London is like, London is a big city, but it's more faster. And if you want to live in a city, be slower. And there is no other option than Liverpool. There are lots of historical sites, like Beatles is there, and there are lots of the football clubs like Liverpool, the FC there, Everton there. So it's like, a city with lots of beautiful scenario as well. So
it's a fast-paced city. It's a fast-paced city. It's a very, very fast city, and also accommodation, jobs, and the amount of part-time jobs is quite high. We have a job center within the university.
Yeah, and one more good thing is like, there are lots of the Nepalese, professor and Nepalese, PhD students are there, like doing their course.
Correct.
So it's the city of full of Nepalese as well. So if you want to come with the your own community, okay, it's a nice city with a nice intellectual person as well. So
correct.
So it's like it's not about company, and you can see the courses, like the courses which other university don't have. Those courses in Liverpool, John Moore, so it makes unique those university as well. So that's why, like, if any student willing to join Liverpool, okay, make sure you make an application ASAP, because when like this pandemic if like in the future, if we hope like if then they're gonna have a flood of application. That time, like, it's hard to assess all the applications. So I insist every student, if you have application, please send. And see, if you have any queries, we are in a like live chat with the with Cell Energy. So if you have any queries regarding university, please do ask. And we have a student from UK, different university from UK. There are students in our panel as well. If you want to ask the lifestyle of UK, there is no other person than them to explain. Okay. So please do ask. Okay. And we have got one email. Okay. Say one Bijendra just write me like saying, I have mailed my documents to your email address. Would you please evaluate it? Sure, Bijendra. After this session, we'll definitely gonna check that application. I think we already assessed your application, and your application, you are qualified for the courses. Okay. So we need to find the right university. So once I got all those things, and we'll process your application, and our application processing time is 2 to 3 days due to this pandemic, and we got lots of applications. So we are sorting the application. Okay. So in a 3 days time, you'll get something from us. Okay. So Ursa, any questions, any queries?
If this maybe 2 more minutes, if we have any questions coming in, and then we'll go on to the.
Shailendra bhai, good afternoon.
Yeah, brother Krishnaji, tell me.
I have a query regarding the students who have completed their 10th and +3 degree. Is there any course available for them?
They can come on to the bachelor's, right?
Radha, yeah.
So they have done that 12th, and they've done 3 years of. What do they do? They've done 3 years of diploma, is it?
Degree, proficiency level certificate.
Then we can try to we can request to get on to the bachelor's program. We can put a request, but we need to assess the academic qualification again.
No, I think like last time we did the application, like if somebody have like, it's a different university have a different requirement. Okay, with the Liverpool John Moore University, if somebody done the 10th and then they have done like 3 years diploma, they are eligible for first year bachelor's degree, not the top up. Okay, so they only allow them to first year entry. Okay, they need to go for 3 years degree. Okay, so that means like Liverpool John Moore, like it's class as a +2. It's not class as a whole diploma to get the final year top up. Okay.
I think most universities will give them direct entry into bachelor's, but I don't think they will give any top up to second year or third year. I think very few
some universities they do have that
okay.
that facility. So if somebody have a 3 years diploma, they can go for that one. Especially for nursing, if you have a PCL nursing 3 years, some university they give you a final year top up, and some university they will accept you from the first year.
Okay.
So Liverpool John Moore, we only accept for the first year.
So before we begin, go to our next segment. We have a current student from Liverpool John Moore itself. Vivek, thank you so much for joining us. He would like to just quickly share his experience with us. So Vivek, the mic is yours now.
Right, thank you very much. I'm very happy to join in and just promote my university. To say a little bit about myself, I go to Liverpool John Moore University, studying mechanical engineering, and I'm on the placement at the moment. And not got anything that much extra than what's already being said by Soilendra sir and Hari sir yourself. I'm a student here, so I'm not international student, as I mentioned, but any questions with regards to the student life in Liverpool, I can answer, so I can be point of contact. I can feed it through Hari sir and Ursa Didi. So if you've got any questions and want to know about the life in Liverpool itself, then I'd be more than happy to answer your question and promote my university. And finally, what I would say is, if you're considering LJMU, I'm very happy to know that, and I hope you will join us. It's a great city to live in, like already mentioned earlier. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Vivek. If any question pops up for you, I will definitely send that to you.
Yeah, I'll leave my email later.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So moving on, now we have few international students here in the UK who would like to share their student life experience. So by the time, I would still advise all this audience here right now to ask as much questions as possible. So Ishan, would you like to, sorry?
I can ask one question to Vivek.
Sure.
Vivek, how do you cope with this pandemic and your education?
Well, I've been sort of fortunate to be in placement at this moment and not being studying at the university and not having that pressure of university works. So I'm on a placement and working from home, so I don't have that stress of needing to complete the assessment at the moment. So I cannot really give you my view on this because I'm not experienced it, like I said. But I'm looking at my friends and they seem to be doing all right. They've got deadlines extended. It's the exams now, but university are doing everything they can to help students in these circumstances. And there's been some policies to help students with the grades as well, so that they don't fail in these circumstances. So there's been measures put in place to help the student cope with it. I think there is help available.
And what do you think, like, how do you like easy to find the placement and what are the difficulties?
Right, that's a really, really good question. What I would say is placement is something that you have to put your time and work into finding, but there's all the facilities in place, like FET, we call it a placement, sort of like a department that can help you find the placement. They won't go and apply for you, but you'd have to show your own interest and do the hard bit, but they will be always there for you to advise and sort of provide you the mock interview so that you'd be confident going into the interview and assessment center that you normally have to do finding placement in UK. So that's that. There's facilities available by a placement department to help you through it. And yeah, and then to help you and yourself and your sort of like a technical skills on engineering, it's important to remember I'm talking from, yeah, I'm not sure about the health courses and everything, just the engineering. So we've got this program called Formula Students. We build a formula, sort of like formula looking car, single seat car, and any students, doesn't matter from which country, doesn't matter from which course. We've got some artsy student printing out newspapers to a formula student. Myself being engineering student, I'm involved in it. I'm working on brakes and stuff while right at the moment, while I was there, I was in, one can be involved, and from there they can sort of like improve their engineering skills. And I think that helped me a lot as well while in my journey to finding the placement. So placement facilities and guidance is there, and there's programs like Formula Students is there. So I would say there's a lot of things like that that can help you find the placement, and a little bit you have to do your own hard work as well. So which I all the other universities as well.
Okay. That's
Thank you
good to
so
hear,
much.
isn't it? Like it's like experience from like university student. It's always like great to hear. Like so. I hope like your like experience and your this all the journey gonna help other students to process LGMU.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vivek.
Thank you, Vivek.
We'll move on to Ishan now. So Ishan, would you like to share your experience with us, please? And sorry, by the time, please, students, I recommend you to ask as much questions as you have, because this is a very good platform to speak directly with the representative of LJMU, Salinder ji, and we also have a student from LJMU, Vivek, and then we have international students who are in the UK who can provide you a real-time experience of what's going on, and they are Ishan and Sunita. So ask as many questions as possible. So Ishan, the mic is all yours now.
Thank you, Risha. Hi again. Well, I would like to share my experiences, like how it's been here in the UK since day one. Mr. Salinder, he explained, accommodation is a really big headache. It wears you off both physically and mentally. And my day one was very smooth because I had already fixed my housing before coming here. Uh, and housing process here is not very easy, or I believe it's a different process, like in Nepal or like elsewhere. You got to have your guarantor referrals and the document screening and others. Like it takes at least a couple of days, and you got deposits and all, of course. And by the time you get your like apartment fixed, of course, you might have to stay in a hotel, which is again a loss of like a considerable amount of money. Therefore, for me, I had already fixed my housing before coming to the UK, and therefore my day one was smooth. And then I was just like very much relaxed with respect to my apartment. And the second thing is the course and the academic learning materials. It's very much different from where we come from. It's more like practical based learning, where you do not limit yourself to textbooks. There are group tasks, there are group studies, and you have to write things on your own. I mean to say that it's not what you learn by heart and then you just write it down. It's like critical thinking, analysis, what you think, your opinions, which might be very challenging for like NAP students in the beginning days, because this is what we never do when we are back in Nepal. And the third thing, which might be challenging, is to get a part-time job. unless you have, some referrals, you know your seniors, there's someone to help you. So for me, what I've known is there are two ways how we get a part-time job. One is you approach your seniors, you approach your friends, you approach someone who you already know living here in the UK, and they can recommend you, they can refer you, they can help you get a part-time job. This is one way. The second way is online job portal sites. For that, you need to prepare your CV, which should be like pretty much to the British standard, which is slightly different from Nepal, I believe. And you register yourself to online job portal sites, and you just keep yourself updated to vacancies, available jobs for students. And then even the process is slightly different, which includes like online assessments, which is like English exams, numerical exams, and then you need to pass through those online web tests, and then comes the interview session as well. So it might be a couple of rounds of interviews, depending on what kind of job you're looking for. Personally, my first job, this was within a month. I got in a co-op. So co-op is a convenience store here in the UK. They've got a lot of stores all over the UK, I believe. So for me, I registered myself to their website, and then I uploaded my CV. I passed all the online tests, and then I was called for the interview. And then, like, this is how I got my jobs. It might not be the same for everyone. Like, other students might opt for the second one, like approaching their seniors, or like, people who they know. So it's up to you. I mean, just keep yourself updated to every sources, as far as possible. And the third one, which might also be a little bit challenging to get familiar with, is like online courses. I mean, to say, like, virtual learning. Due to the COVID-19, our classes has been, changed to online learning. So keeping yourself updated, and then like doing your assignments without the physical presence of your tutors, or like course module leaders, or like anyone, it might be a little bit challenging, because you have to do all the resources by yourself, and then you need to get appointments, or like, seek help of tutors only at the time when they are available. So which might not be pretty much easy, because we might not be getting used to the punctuality and a lot of stuffs. So I think I mean, it's not a big thing. You just need to get used to the system, that's all. So so far, more or less everything has been good. You just need to like stay patient, and need to try and try, then that's all. And I think, yeah, I've taught like, pretty much like housing, course materials, like part-time jobs. And then the weather here, you might not like it, because it's a little bit cold and not sunny every day, and it's raining, a lot. But you don't have any other option. So um, yeah, if you have other questions as well, please feel free to ask us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ishan.
Thank you very much, Aisha. Right.
Right now, when we all have to be locked down, the sun is shining and we can't go out. So
That's really sad.
So while we go on to our next international student, Sunitha, I have a question here from Sandhya. I don't know who, this is not directed to anyone particular, but anyone can answer this. She asks that Nepal's government is not issuing no objection certificate. So will that be any kind of difficulty for the student to, will it cause difficulty for the student for the process? Sailendraji, would you like to shed some light on this?
Okay, so Usha, unfortunately, I'm not exactly acquainted with the local Nepali government.
I'll answer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll answer that question. Okay, so it's related to NOC, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. No objection.
Yeah. What happened? Like, say, we are going to wait. Okay, because what happens suddenly for the neighbors, if they like, they need to send the money, they need to have a NOC letter. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know that. Yes.
If government not issue the NOC, that means they're not able to send any money to outside their country. Okay, so that means then they must have an NOC. So in that case, we'll work with the university. I'll inform to university saying like, if they didn't have NOC, they're not able to send the money. So we're gonna have some kind of arrangement with the university. Okay, don't worry about that one. Once government allow them for the NOC, then we'll process their application. Okay, but NOC not stop them to making the application. Okay, make the application.
So, Adi, to add to that, I just want to ask, so why is that government not issuing NOC? What's the problem with the government?
It's a lockdown.
The student wants to pay.
Because it's a lockdown.
But why can't they pay from their bank accounts?
No, because Nepal only one condition we can send money outside. That is only for education purpose, and for that one we need to have an NOC. Student must have an NOC.
Okay.
So that's why it's not that easy. But it's just wait. Okay, once it's the ministerial decision as well. So we need to wait when they're gonna decide, and so we have to wait for that one. But it not stop you to make an application. For make an application, get the offer letter, then we'll process further.
I hope, Sandhya, that answers your queries. If you have any more further queries, please feel free to ask us.
Yeah.
So by the time, Sunita, would you like to share some of your experience being an international student in UK? Sunita, you're...
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Sunita and I'm studying at UCLan. So I'm studying MS International Hospitality and Tourism, and this is my first year. So it's about to be end by the end of the September. And so I think there's nothing more to add on some experience of the student life because my colleague Ishan, he have already told. So we are experiencing the same thing. So from the beginning to the till now. So he have already covered about the weather and the climate of the Preston and the education. Like he said, we have to do all the course by ourselves, by not depending to the tutors only. We have to do all the critical analysis, self-reflection things and everything. But it doesn't mean that we have to do it by our own, but there will be the tutor who will be ready to help us each and every time. So the thing is that we need to be in contact with them. We need to seek more help with them. And so he also said he also covered for the job perspective. So the thing, so maybe for the job perspective, it might be a little bit different from him and mine because I got my job after 5 months when I came to UK because being an international hospitality student, I don't want to work with some of the care works or some kind of medical things. So I waited for the perfect job. So I did apply with lots of international chain hotels and restaurants, and I did work in some of the restaurants as a part-timer, but the pay was so good, and the hard work pays off. So by the end of the year 2019, I got a job in Manchester Marriott. So I started to travel from Preston to the Manchester for my work. So I would like to tell all of my friends coming from the Nepal, so don't feel any kind of demotivated thing in your mind, because try so until you get that thing. And so right now, yeah, it's pretty good because if you do anything by your heart, by your want, you'll get that definitely. And so right now we are facing lots of challenges because due to this COVID-19, so we have to be away from the university and we have to be locked down in our home ourselves. So because of this, we are not able to have good courses interaction with our tutor, but we are just getting through with the online. So it's kind of effective as well, and it kind of like not affecting because um, due to the availability of each and every time. And so
Yeah.
I
Prashanta, can I ask
think
you one
there's
question for
nothing
you?
more. Yes, sorry, that please.
See, being a Nepalese student to this
Yeah.
platform, in the UK, how do you find, like in a pandemic, and even the culture is totally different, isn't it? So how do you find the
Yes.
Nepalese student in the UK, not in your particular in your area, because you've been to London as well, you've
Yeah.
been to other cities as well. How do you find, their life, and what do you think about your friends, and you got some friends, and what they are coping with this situation, whether they are coping in a right way or they are in a real trouble, or like, this is the platform you guys need to speak about, like what is the scenario, current scenario in the UK.
Okay, so thank you, Arita. So being an international, international student in UK, it's really difficult to live in because we have to adopt all the cultures and the like eating habits and everything of this host country, so particularly the UK. And so it's really difficult to live in UK as well until and unless you don't have like any known people in UK. And so I think it's kind of and it's kind of like opportunity as well. So if you uh, so in my opinion, I can say like it's kind of challenging and opportunity for me because regarding about the job as well and regarding about the education as well. So the education system in Nepal is really different from the UK because in Nepal we have to depend upon our tutor and the notes and the all like reading and reading and reading. But in here we have to depend on all the online journals, books, so that we have to research it by ourselves. And but our tutor will be with us if we need any help, but we have to be really active for asking help and for everything. So I guess, and for the job perspective, I would like to say like so if anyone is coming for the master's degree, so please have some job experience so that if you apply for something for like some of the job, then maybe they will provide you job as soon as possible because we have got some experience. So I think it's pretty good to. Yeah, I think I guess I have answered your questions.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Nita. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
very
welcome.
good. Thank you, everyone. So a few more minutes. If you have any questions coming in, we will take that question. Additionally, if Bani, are you? If you're trying to speak, we can't hear you, Bani.
Hello.
Hi, Bani.
Okay, so hi, Ursa. Sailendra sir.
Yeah, Bani.
Hi, Sailendra sir. I'm Bania. Who have applied for offer of student Arun Shrestha for BA Honors Management. He has got IELTS overall 5.5, but we got conditional offer, and that's IELTS condition. I think
Is that a 6
got information that.
So,
Sorry?
so Bani, we require an IELTS condition of 6.0, no less than 5.5 for our UG programs.
Yeah, but that's for pre-sessional.
Okay, that's a pre-sessional one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
okay, but I think the pre-sessional is online. It's already started. You can put a request for pre-sessional. But alternatively, Bani, why don't you ask him to do something like this Duolingo test and all? I think which is quite easy.
Yeah. I think just suggest him to go for the Duolingo test.
Because what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, Hari, is instead of asking for the student for the pre-sessional,
Yeah.
it's always easier to ask him to do the Duolingo, which I found it very, very easy.
And it's like in a cost wise as well. It's like less expensive than the pre-sessional course.
Yeah.
So
ask students to do Duolingo.
Sorry, I always insist student, okay, rather than going for a pre-sessional course, give your IELTS exam. It's gonna cost like 10 times cheaper than the pre-sessional course. Pre-sessional course is not like the cheapest. It's the expensive one. Just go for the course. If you appear IELTS and get the marks, then you don't need to pay like 2,000 or 3,000 pounds for the pre-sessional. IELTS is only like like 100 pound or 200 pound in Kathmandu. So please, we prefer them for IELTS. Otherwise, Bani asked him to go for Duolingo test as well. Because now current situation, lots of the university doing their like pre-sessional online one. So I'm not sure whether that student like Arun is willing to go online. Okay, so please check with him and we'll process the application.
So Bani, what I suggest is ask him to explain him what Hari has just said, because from the student's point of view also, he has to show extra funds also.
Yeah.
So ask him to just try Duolingo once.
Yeah.
Ask him to prepare once. Ask him to prepare for it and try Duolingo, and then he can always if it's doing even poor in Duolingo, then we can ask him for pre-session. There's always an alternative available.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. Any more questions? Okay.
Yes.
I think we cover almost everything, isn't it?
So Hari, what I'll do is I'll run one small admission-based presentation for the team.
Yeah.
Okay, and
we're going to do now.
You want to do it now? It's up to you.
No, what I do, like, we'll conclude this event today, and after this, like, we're gonna have a session. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Okay, Usha, it's up to you now.
So yeah, so we hope that we've almost covered all of your queries, but we would still, if you have any questions, anything, you can always reach out to us in our Facebook or email us or WhatsApp. We're available all the time. So I hope that we have almost provided you information, and for that I would like to thank everyone here, Sailendraji, Vivek, Ishan, Sunita, and everyone, all the staffs, all the team here. We will be doing these sessions in future as well, and we would hope that you'll be actively participating in that as well. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.